Lucy Anderson, Labour MEP for London, one of the most, pivotal leadership elections in Labour's history is coming up in just a few days, probably going to be pivotal for the entire country. You yourself support Jeremy Corbyn, who is the front runner in the campaign at present, in the election battle, and he seems to be taking a more Eurosceptic stance than most. What's your reaction to this?
Well, I think this is a very exciting time for the Labour Party and for the country because everyone is getting involved in politics. I've known Jeremy for many years and he's a man of great integrity, and he's been pretty clear that he absolutely wants us to stay in the European Union but fight for the kinds of policies and principles that we in the Labour Party believe in. So that means social rights, environmental rights, and that's exactly what we'll do. So I don't recognise that label Eurosceptic.
Of all the candidates, it's also true, I think, as you've just said, that Mr Corbyn is taking a definitive stance against austerity. Do you believe that, given that there is a succession of other elections coming up and the success of the left-wing parties in countries such as Greece, do you believe that this will see a broader opposition to austerity on the part of the S&D?
Well, I think the S&D has been pretty clear as well about what our priorities are, and this is about making Europe work for consumers and citizens and not for banks and financial institutions. So I think that movement is well underway, not just in the S&D but more widely amongst the trade unions, civil society and people in Europe who care about a better future for everyone.
Also, Mr Corbyn has taken probably the most unequivocal stance on migration. He seems to be very much in favour of it. Do you feel that this will also have a beneficial effect on EU policy?
Well, what Jeremy believes, as do I, is that we absolutely have to deal with migration and refugees in a humanitarian and a sensible way. And the Socialist and Democrats group has just tabled a resolution saying all of these things and saying that we need a managed solution and we need to prioritise people's human rights and we need to show compassion and give people a refuge.
And Corbyn's seeming opposition to NATO, how well do you think that will go down with the EU?
Well, in terms of NATO, NATO is a very important institution. Jeremy has recognised that there is a political will to be part of NATO, but that's not to say that NATO doesn't need significant reform. It does very important things. It has a parliamentary assembly. It needs to be more accountable, but also it plays a very important role in terms of intelligence. And in my field, in transport policy, it does important work on maritime security and anti-terrorism. So I think, again, in a lot of cases, Jeremy's views are being misrepresented by other people out there.
Finally, I have no doubt that Mr Corbyn, should he be elected, will form a strident opposition to the Conservatives and to David Cameron. But what chance do you think he really has of winning the 2020 election?
I think he has an excellent chance because it's very clear that there's a very big amount of groundswell, essentially, of support for Jeremy across the country, not just within the Labour Party and with our very large amount of new supporters and members, but also more generally. People are very impressed with his honesty, his integrity and his clear thinking.